So let's just hop right in. Okay, so we did stop at camp. We did stop at camp because of it being a while since we had been there. And we were stopped by Morgan, but I don't really think she had much to say after we killed Flemeth. She does always trigger after that, and I don't know why. It's weird. Well, let's ask our question, shall we?
So, full of questions, are you?
Is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
Powerful Mozakai.
You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Ah, I see. That does explain much. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
Okay, yeah, no, sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Old age is scary. Just how long ago was this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dreadlord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord, who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Well, he sold his wife to another man. Let's say, yeah, let's do that one.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
Okay, she spoke to spirits or demons.
Spirits first, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. Flemeth did not turn to the demon until much later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see, chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
I like how she says that. All lies. Even my people who've heard of Cormac.
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
Do we trust her though? I mean, do we? Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has coloured her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
How is it that Flemeth has survived so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
An interesting story.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
My mother died a long time ago.
Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
Okay. Alrighty. So that's that. I think we need to talk to Wynn to try. Oh my God, Ogren. You are half in the ground, buddy. So let's turn on some gems for the dwarves. Sapphires. Some malachite. Some gems. Some amethyst. Then topazes. Let me see crafting materials. Let's give all this stuff away. Okay, and then let's turn in some runes. We'll go up all the novice runes. Okay, and then we'll keep the master.
You are good to your troops, Warden.
That elven emissary is laying down on the job, literally. There's laying on. Okay, here's Wynn. So let's talk to Wynn.
It's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
What you talking about, Wynn? Are you all right?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
You are very sprightly for your age, though.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
I'm sure you'll be kicking around for years yet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't.
Okay, Wynn.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No. The ones in the tower were the first I'd ever seen. Because I'm a
The
dwarf.
first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
But it is this knowledge that drives you to be cautious.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone, replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
The only way to get rid of an abomination is to kill it.
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured, or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
If one retains one humanity, one is not an abomination, I guess.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
That's very interesting, knowing what I know about her.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Here, let's tell her too. Was cast out to die in the deep roads when I met Duncan.
You survived the deep roads and the Darkspawn that dwell there? Truly, you were born to be a Grey Warden.
Dude, I'm a dwarf. Born the esteemed child of King Endrin, and now nothing.
No, not nothing. You are a Grey Warden, one of the last of the Ferelden Wardens. We depend on you now. Take heart, dear friend. You survived, even when you were not expected to. We do not know yet what lies in store for you, or the name you carry. It is not so bad, is it, being a Grey Warden?
I just hope that I can show the strength Duncan saw.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to, that it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Interesting that Wynn is trying to comfort us.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
We haven't actually talked to Wynn since we got her, so. Guess chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others, about serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
You mean to say that I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men, and you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I suppose that makes sense.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
So in a way, having power confines you.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
We're getting a philosophy lesson from an old mage.
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
Ooh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. She is a cunning woman, a maleficar. She will use you for her own ends.
She can certainly try. Well, no. Wynn's not wrong about her. It's hard. It's hard. I should just have romance Liliana. Liliana's better. No, we wanted Morgan. Let's see. No, I trust her.
I am telling you what I see and what my instincts tell me. And even if the feelings you share are genuine, this affair may not be the best thing for either of you. You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
Okay.
Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
You're making things sound more dire. I mean, she's not wrong.
Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. I want you to be aware of this.
I guess I'll consider what you said.
I am just trying to minimize the suffering that may come to either of you. I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
Well, it's okay. I'm not
What's on your
pleased
mind?
with you either. Are you feeling better now?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better today.
Please let me know if there's anything I can do.
Well, thank you for your kindness, my dear. It certainly warms these rickety old bones.
We lost 3 and then we gained 2.
What's on your mind?
Nah.
It is no trouble. What's on your mind?
Actually, you know what? Like that.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
Why didn't you stay at the tower?
The circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Much left to do, and I would be part of it.
But you left the children.
Yes, I did leave them. But if the Blight is not stopped, all of them will face suffering greater than what was seen in the tower. The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get.
I like how amused she's.
I will see this through to the
you.
bitter end. And after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the circle.
I wanted to make sure you really wanted this.
No, of course I don't. I'm old and unsure of what I'm doing. Actually, I'd rather be in a warm chair in the sun, being served pudding or some other easily digestible food.
Hey. I was just asking a question. There's no need to be snide.
I'm sorry. People often jest about my age, and I've learned to just play along. You need a sense of humor when you're as old as I am. But to allay your fears, yes, I am sure this is what I want. What's on your mind? I will answer to the best of my ability.
What was life like in the tower?
I would be lying if I said it was easy. First, there were rules, and we were constantly watched to make sure we behaved appropriately. Then there was the study of magic. We had to cast the spells just so, control the effects completely. A single word spoken incorrectly, a gesture out of sync, meant lack of focus, and we needed to have perfect focus, or we would be in danger.
That actually does sound kind of horrible.
It may seem that way sometimes, but it was the best thing for me. I was given the opportunity to develop my skills, to learn, and there was joy in life at the Circle. The joys of fellowship, in knowing that you were not alone in your struggles. In spite of everything, I was happy in the tower, and I loved it.
Okay, how did you become a mage?
People don't become mages, they are born mages. The talent just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the Circle. I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
What about your family?
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome. The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
Sounds like he deserved it.
He ran screaming, dripping head and all, to his mother. I was shut up in the barn, with a bowl of water and a crust of hard bread. The Templars arrived several mornings later.
The Templars mean to you?
One of them ignored me, but the other was kind to me. He gave me sweets, and even sat me on his shoulders once, when I wanted to look over a high wall that ran along the road. I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life. I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
I mean, the tower is pretty, magnificent.
Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the Circle.
Okay. Talk to Cheryl.
It speaks.
I would have expected golems to be different.
Different? Different than what? Different than a statue? Different than a log? Should I talk in a monotone? Yes, master, I exist to serve the master. I shall kill for the master and only for the master. Perhaps it expected me to have a booming voice. Recite limericks. I can recite limericks, if it likes.
Are they dirty limericks?
Mostly they involve slaughtering pigeons in creative and invasive manners. I have never met another golem. I have no idea what one might be like, or why I wouldn't be like them. Why? Has it met other golems? Did they not sound as I do?
Other than Carradine, they didn't speak.
And now there shall be no more. I suppose it is for the best. I don't know what other golems might be like, but I am already superior by virtue of my free will. This is a good thing.
It's an experience, I'll give it that.
So is being drawn and quartered. Maybe I'm not the only one with a smart mouth. Now stop talking so much. The wagging of its moist little tongue is distracting.
Cheryl?
It speaks.
Ask them questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
How did you end up in Hanley?
Oh, yes. That I remember quite well. My former master, the mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Gollum, snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
Do you remember anything before Hanley?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy.
So Shale
And
actually
before that,
participated
No,
in...
there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
She actually participated in the war for independence, the Ferelden Revolution, so she fought against the Illusions. Just how old are you?
I have no idea. Wilhelm used to brag that the dwarves stopped making golems centuries ago. I do not age as you soft creatures do. Sadly, my memory is no better. Plus, I get bored and stop paying attention.
But why were you out in front of the tower?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
His wife?
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
How does someone shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve.
I would have thought you'd enjoy staring humans.
I'd have happily stomped them all into paste. And then ripped down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me urinated himself.
Ew. Gross. You didn't take this for him, Alex.
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
Wilhelm's wife sold it, I believe. Shale never changed.
Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
Okay, let's talk to Shale again.
It speaks.
That's some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
I mean, yes. Are those crystals in your skin?
I like to think of them as accessories.
But what do they do?
I suspect that it is an art that was practiced when golems were more, commonplace. My former master collected whatever lore he could find on the subject. He searched far and wide to collect what crystals he could and then added them. It is not an unpleasant sensation.
Still doesn't explain anything.
As I understand it, the crystals allow me to alter the flow of magic around me. Wilhelm had hoped to turn me into a battery of mana, something he could tap at will.
Did he succeed?
Not really, although now that I think of it, these attempts may be what caused my disruption. Some of the crystals increase the presence of mana, some absorb or reflect spells. There are various kinds. All I can promise is that should it ever find one of these crystals, I can likely tell it the function and what it would do if added to me.
Would you be willing to have more added?
Why not? I don't get to wear clothing and other adornments like the rest of you creatures, after all. That answers its question, I assume? Unless it has more.
Would you kill for me?
Oh, how interesting. Certainly I remember having a master. My memories of what happened to him are vague.
Big, but
Clever
non-existent.
and true. Oh, very well. Let me see what I can recall. My former master enjoyed experimenting upon me. I remember that much. There was tinkering with spells and then the crystals. He was very eager to alter my function, I think.
Ooh, you are fine as you are.
Flattery, and obvious flattery, too. I feel warm and fuzzy inside. He possessed my control rod, and back then, it would have prevented me from doing anything he did not command me to, no matter how I might have wished to. So what happened? I am unsure. He was experimenting, and then nothing.
What do you remember next?
And then he was gone. I was standing where I was, in the village, and I could no longer move. The villagers came, poked and prodded me in fear, and then realized they could neither move me nor destroy me, so they simply left me. And in time I forgot I hadn't stood there all along.
You didn't wonder where he'd gone?
Wonder? I was glad that he was gone. For so many years I'd had to leap to that little toadstool's every command. Get this, pick up that, put it down, pick it up again. The gall! At first, I'd hoped he'd simply decided to leave me there paralyzed, an acceptable trade-off. After years passed, I simply stopped caring.
Maybe it had something to do with your crystals.
Possibly. Except that he was not experimenting with the crystals at the time, I think. But my memory is not good. It may be correct. Whatever the mage did seemed to render the control rod useless, for which I should be thankful, yes? And provided it doesn't decide to copy his experiments, not that I would allow it, it is nothing to fear from me. Much.
Sounds good to me.
The things that it fights, and it fights things often, that is a different story. Let us get back to the walking and the fighting. My stone is beginning to itch again. It speaks.
Questions?
It doesn't have better things to do.
Nope. What's the village day and night?
I do not sleep, so yes, and I thank it for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Try to imagine, if it will, what it would be like to be surrounded by nothing but boring peasants, all oblivious to it.
Oh, yes, that would be rather horrid.
And then there were the birds. A whole village full of pigeons and ravens and sparrows all perching on me day in and day out.
Sounds a little messy.
Those foolish villagers would spread birdseed near me, drawing the birds, because they thought having birds perch on me was quaint. Quaint! If there hadn't been the occasional kind soul to scour me clean, I don't care to discuss this anymore.
Okay, Shale.
It speaks. It doesn't have better things to do.
No. How did Wilhelm come to acquire you?
That part I know, as Wilhelm often bragged about it to whomever was willing to listen to him. He claimed to have found me in the deep roads. I was in the ruins of a thaig, he said, deactivated, with my control rod not far away.
Do you know where in the deep roads this was?
No, that secretive bastard refused to tell me. I would ask and ask, but no. He used to say that one day, if I were compliant and didn't talk back at his wife, he would take me there and I could look around myself. Rotten, lying bastard. If I had his head in my hands now, I would squeeze it like a giant lemon. Squish.
You don't know why you were there?
I think I remember a battle. It was long before, and then there was darkness. Bah, in short, no, I do not remember why I was there. It makes no difference.
What was Wilhelm doing in the deep roads?
It was a hobby of his, scavenging. One of the reasons he traveled so much is that he was looking for entrances into the deep roads, old places the dwarves had long forgotten. And then he would sneak down and search for magical treasure, before anyone was the wiser.
Wouldn't that have been dangerous?
Indeed. He had spells that allowed him to remain hidden and move quickly, but he had no defense against the blight and worried constantly that he would get sick. If any Darkspawn showed themselves, he fled. More often, he would have to fight other scavengers, dwarfs who had become tainted. In the end, it killed him. I mean, he found me there, right?
So if he hadn't found you...
I wouldn't have had to put up with the twit, and I would be none the wiser. I don't think I was aware while I was there, not like in the village. Or perhaps I was. Perhaps that was the dark place, and I simply couldn't see anything. How long could even I sit in the darkness and stare out at nothing, never sleeping? Oh, I do not wish to think of that.
Okay, let's move on.
On then. It speaks. It doesn't have better things to do.
You don't seem to like humans much.
That is true. I do not. I'm not interested in getting into a discussion on the subject, however. Ask another time. If it is done asking overly obvious questions, let us find some humans to throw off a cliff or something.
I mean...
It speaks. It doesn't have better things to do.
Yeah, no, let's move on.
On then.
Okay, let's check the storage chest. Yeah, I put a bunch of stuff in here. Is there a helm of effort? It doesn't look like it, but there's efforts, gloves. And efforts armor. Are there helmet boots of effort? There's gotta be. I just don't know that I've ever paid attention to it. Okay, good. So let's do a couple of things to clear up our inventory real quick. Go here. Zevran.
You have excellent taste.
I know. I know. Shale. Morgan.
A fine gift. You have my thanks. A fine gift. You have my thanks.
I'm to keep this, am I? Fine.
That's a plot item for Zevran.
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for?
I mean, I thought you'd like them.
I did not mean to sound ungrateful. It is just... Wait, these are Dalish, are they not? My mother was Dalish, and had a pair very similar to these. The leather was less thick, and it had more embroidery, but these are very close, and quite handsome.
Oh. Well, it was nothing.
Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
Aw, Zevran loves us. So those gloves we can only put on Zevran. They're not that great. Oh no, it's not that we can only put them on Zevran. I mean, we can only give the item to Zevran. Here, buddy, have a bone. Skin,
Unexpected. Thank you.
and then Ogre.
That looks fine indeed.
Really, Ogre?
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
Now, let me see where
I'm
it goes.
sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
We're gonna keep those garnets because we need them. Nothing of interest then. we've got so much more space now. Ugh. Like, we were getting super close when we went to the ruins in, the Bastilian Forest. So let's head to Redcliffe. Why not? Let's take Alistair.
Yes.
Dwyn.
Yes.
Hmm. I'm gonna chill in
Yes.
that party long enough. We are technically right here. Let's go. Let's go there. We can't go anywhere else until we finish at least the first part. Let's go to the docks first. Then we'll go to Redcliffe. I want to check a couple of things at the docks. Go around and fight the ones with the bow. Good doggy, go.
See there? That's a trap. Desire.
Right then.
Well done, I say. Well done.
It's hilarious. The Harlocks are the one who set the traps, and they're the ones who set them, and then they're the ones who set them off. It's hilarious. And I'm like literally humping this poor broken crate.
Of course. And so I shall. Delighted. As you desire.
Like, Elfland's names is totally racist because it's called that because of the shape of the roots or the leaves look like
And
elf.
so I shall.
They're just because they're pointy. Oh, Here we go.
I fell.
Are you alright?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
Thought what was over?
Everything. I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
That's a, oh, I'll tell you when you're older type answer.
I am told that it lost a large number of comrades in the battle with the Darkspawn.
Shit.
Me? I guess I did, yes. I didn't know all of them that well, however. Mostly just Duncan.
I'm unfamiliar with this name.
It's not important. You don't need to know who he was.
I cannot remember if I ever had anyone important to me. All I remember is being given orders.
I would gladly be following Duncan's orders right now, if I could.
It enjoys following others. I find that odd.
You wouldn't understand. Don't worry, I don't expect you to.
Alistair and Shaler are interesting companions to have together.
Maker, rest the souls of all, Templar and Mage, who gave their lives defending the Circle. May they find peace at last.
What a good Templar.
Isn't that the point? We could all be figments of someone else's
Oh god,
imagination.
this conversation.
Just players in a play. Exactly. You, I, everything. All a dream. But whose dream? And for whose amusement? Some being of cosmic power. Sublime, enlightened beings. Cosmic power? What, you're serious? They thought of all this grit, all the war. They bloody got a boils. I got a boil the size of your nose on my big toe, and some beings are enjoying this?
Yep.
Disturbed, sick bastards, if you ask me. Ahem. I still maintain they're more enlightened than that. Come across one of them, I'll give them a what for.
I love that conversation. Somebody should
The client is very pleased. Come back soon.
Okay, yeah, so we did a couple of those quests. Let's see, what do we got left? So we just need the one in Denerim, which is by the tree in the alienage. And this is... They're both in Denerim, so we could actually go to Denerim and do that. These both have Denerim, but this also has one in Redcliffe, so we'll take care of him. Yep. That's also in Redcliffe. Shale has asked you to explore the deep roads for cruise through the Gauls Pass. So we can go ahead and do that after we do the first part of Redcliffe. Because you can go to Redcliffe and then not do that. It doesn't do you any good. It actually screws you over because then Redcliffe is gone. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. I know, because I made that mistake once. Ooh, another attack? Or a dinner?
Will you stop eating?
Amazing.
I'm hungry. Stuff your face at camp. For now, watch the bloody road.
I'll rush him. I'm done with this crap.
Of course.
Little.
Run, fear. I would watch out. Let's be silent now. See there? That's a trap. I would watch out. Where are you?
Oh, there are the trap drivers. Where the heck are the traps? Thanks, Win. You know who sent them. I mean, come on, it's pretty obvious who sent them. They're the same people who sent Zebrin after us. Can y'all move? Okay. Ambush. Sure. It's fine, we're going to Redcliffe now. Sorry, I'm yawning a little bit today. It's been a little hard to wake up today. But we'll get through it. I'll have to do silly voices. Oh, that's always a good thing. Like, I love playing Trails, but not having to do silly voices. Amazing. Besides, I really love Dragon Age, so this was a no-brainer.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
What's on your mind, dude?
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Arl Eamon exactly?
No, you never did. Oh, let's do why. Are you his son?
No, I'm not his son. I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Arl Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
A royal bastard. So, you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard.
Ha! Yes, I guess it does it, that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
You still should have told me. Oh, wait, does Loghain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Imagine being cruel to a child because you're jealous that your husband might have been with another woman before you. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Did she know the truth about you?
She may have, but I think it's more likely that she feared the rumors might be true. I can't blame her for that. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall, and it shattered. Stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
But you're an heir to the throne, right?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Arl Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
That's not really what you think, is it?
No, I suppose not. At least I have a chance to make things right. And I'm not alone.
Yeah, dummy, you have friends. Well, forget Morgan. Because Morgan's nobody's friend. But, Alistair. I love him and want to stalk him at the same time.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
What do you mean? Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
Heard what?
We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Is anyone surprised? Anyone.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, our Lehman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Oh, bless you. Anyone, the rise. Really? Anyone? Nice, Shale, nice. Okay. And to answer your question, Shale, no. No one is surprised.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
Oh, good eye.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Logan's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Kaelin risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly.
I love Tegan's
Loghain
face.
calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the walking dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Kaelin dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Yeah, we'll help.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Okay. So, we're here. Yay, we're here in Redcliffe, finally.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming? Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right. I want to go home. Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
I already told you. Father is outside defending the village from the bad men. We must stay here and be brave. Can you do that?
I guess so.
Yeah. That is a child who is terrified.
Let us pray. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Gone on a long trip.
When will they be back? I'm miss them.
Be brave, young man. Your parents would want that. We need you here to protect the rest of us. Yes?
I guess I can do that.
There's a good lad. In the morning, we'll look for your parents. In the morning.
Lady, just tell him his parents are dead. I mean, it's not ideal, sure, but lying to children and saying, oh, they've just gone on a long trip, that's pretty dumb. Okay, so remember that stuff we got in the Kokari Wilds? This
You're a great
ability
warden,
goes
right?
to...
Were you in Ostagar? In the Kokari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Are you Jetta?
I am. You've heard of me?
I have something here from your husband.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot to... Make his blessings upon you.
Poor lady, I just told her her husband and her son are dead. Sort of. Okay. So, let's talk to this girl.
I'm so scared. Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
Well,
And
that's
now my
just
brother
hysteria.
died. He ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Have you tried... Wait, why would he run off? Do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone. Grief
can make us do many things that don't make any sense, I'm afraid.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Have you tried looking for your brother?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Alright, fine, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
I just hope everything will be all right. So many have already died.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna make it better if all you do is sit there and cry. That's kind of heartless, I know. Forgive me. Alright. So once we clear things up, there's gonna be a chanter's board here.
What is that smell? Fish? And something else. Oh, more fish.
These people don't deserve what has happened to them. We must get to the bottom of this.
Are there pigeons here? I think we should look for them.
Shale, you and your pigeons. Actually, I need to take Shale out and put in Sten.
Pigeon crap.
Yes.
Oh, blast it. Yes.
Although, having Shale along makes everything a million times more hilarious. It really does. Mainly because she has contempt for everyone and everything. Such freaking hilarious. Hey, Stan. 9, huh? Let's dump some more into Constitution. And then the rest into Willpower, so you have more stamina. I love it. He uses rally. Okay. So we're going to do a couple of things.
You know, we don't have the men we need. And their numbers just keep growing each night.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray and hope for a miracle.
Okay, so I'm going to go back here. Get this stuff right here. Mm-hmm. Okay. More death roots, always good. Up here, I think this is not a door. Nope. Oh well, it's fine. Okay. Show you where a door is though. Up here. La di di da. Here. Over. Hey, Durnall.
Yes? What can I do for you?
So I have a letter for you, dude, from the Blackstone Regulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Yep, should have listened to your wife, my friend. Should have listened to your wife. They tend to be pretty smart, those wives. Okay, Ballad of Isley, and a help.
And so I shall.
So I shall. Okay. So I recently got to watch the Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries movie, which aired in Australia like, what, a month ago? It's already on Acorn TV. So my friend, she streamed it. One friend streamed it on Tuesday, which it was amazing. It was so good. I laughed the entire time, and I was just like, oh my god, so good. Anyway, so I have another friend who is also very much into Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries, and she was like, does anybody else want to stream it? And I was like, I watched it, but I'll watch it again, because I'm actually kind of mad that Netflix did not renew yet again. Like, they had the option to, and then last September they didn't, and so it was gone by then. And so, like, no more. Although I've seen the entire series, like, 3 times all the way through by now. It's just really good. S.C. Davis is perfect as Miss Fisher, and I really adore Nathan Page as Inspector Jack Robinson. Hey, Bella.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'd have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
What do you know about that elf in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
Oh, creepy is he? How's that? How's the business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
You don't care for Lloyd, I take it.
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
I could talk to Lloyd about this.
No, that'll just make things worse. And that's very sweet, but I'll be fine.
How about a raise then?
I'd like that. And maybe we could talk after the battle tonight. If we're still here, that is.
Shouldn't you be at the chantry?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes, of course.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
Okay, I should go.
Keep safe.
Alright, so let's take a look at this. Oh, don't eat the cheese was the graffiti we found. Okay. Interesting tidbit. Thanks for the advice. You.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travellers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope?
I need some questions answered.
Fine. Make them quick.
What do you know about the elf in the corner?
Not much. Says his name's Berwick. Arrived here more than a week back. Waiting for his brother, he says. I've never seen him before, but he paid good for his room. Quiet sort.
Why are you still open?
I'm not abandoning my tavern because of a few monsters. The second I'm in the chantry, Murdoch and his men will be here drinking all my ale.
Shouldn't you be helping defend the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar, just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
We are gonna intimidate him because we need more men. Either die fighting in the militia or die now. You got your choice. You gonna die.
Baron Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go.
I approve. All who are able should fight.
But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
I mean, Stan approves if we bully people, so, I mean, it's fine.
I see you got that bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge. Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
Okay, I need some...
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the bag. You can help yourself.
So Stan just likes it when you're mean to people and make them do what you want. It's the thing. Oh, she won't take it. Well, no wonder. She doesn't charge me for anything. We could talk to these guys, but I'm not gonna waste my breath. We are, however, gonna talk to this elf guy who I'm standing on top of. Ah, I hear you're Berwick.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You seem awfully nervous. Why is that?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all.
I asked around.
Oh, I guess that, makes sense. Look, you're very pretty and all, but I was told to, just leave me alone.
Oh, see, I'm very pretty. I am a very pretty dwarf. That is funny. So I'm a very pretty dwarven male, though. I'm not going anywhere. Start talking.
About what? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
Alright, we're gonna intimidate him. Oh no, we can persuade him, yeah. This would be easier if you just tell me what you're hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they? Who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Howe. Arl Rendon Howe. He's an important man, Terran Loghain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, you did everything wrong. What are you supposed to watch your castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Fitting.
Oh, all right, I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
All right, so we've got a letter. Rawr. Right, then. Actually, everything we did just fits in well with the Cune. So, yeah. So Sten approves of it, like super, super well. Okay, so we're done with the bar. We're gonna go into the village proper. We won't talk to Murdoch just yet. There's a general store here. A note. A chest. I don't know if that's anything good. Nope. And barrels.
Of course.
There is lamp oil in these barrels. That's good. That's all you can get from there. Although I am curious, I forget what that battered shopping note says. I don't think it's anything important. Sugar, wheat flour, fillet knife, ginger for grandpa's flatulence, ink, cod liver oil, dried mushrooms, rouge or lesion. Also remember to ask if more beeswax will be available soon. We got all the documents and everything. We've only got like 3 more notes to actually pick up. We fought all the creatures we could, so nothing's gonna be surprised, because there's the archdemon. One dragon gone. Okay, we'll just mark all these red then. Alrighty, so let's see. We did that. I like that sign
Alistair,
says,
what's
"My cat
this?
had
It's a
for
sock.
me."
It's a filthy sock. How did it find its way to my bedroll?
Maybe it likes you. Socks are sneaky like that. Anyway, it's not mine.
It has your name stitched on it.
Oh, part of Templar training back at the Chantry, the men were always getting their socks mixed up. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll take it from you right now. One of my socks is feeling a little damp anyway. A change would be nice.
You're going to put it on? It's filthy.
And dry. We're not exactly traveling in the lap of luxury here.
What hideous habits you've picked up.
It's true. That's disgusting, Alistair. Jesus Christ.
Delighted.
Ah. Just ew. Seriously, man.
And so I shall.
Random cat. Will forever have nightmares about cats in this game after Kitty. Okay, Caitlin's home.
Delighted.
Alright, so let's see. Books.
As you desire.
When you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a short, surprised intake of breath and then silence. Whatever's inside the dresser, come out now.
Go away. This isn't your home.
Young man, come out this instant.
Yes, ma'am.
No one fights with Wayne.
All right, I came out. You won't hurt me, will you? I'll go back to the Chantry if you really want.
Your sister is looking for you. Oh, wait. First, tell me what you were doing in there.
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Are you sure? Maybe I could help you.
You could. All right, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was grandfather's, and grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took mother.
Don't you think you're a bit young to fight?
No, well, maybe the sword was too heavy for me. I guess I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
You should go back to your sister.
But oh, all right. I guess. She'll be pretty mad at me. But I'll go.
I don't know if we have to get the key from him or if we can get it from Caitlin.
All right.
Yeah, I think we have to get it either from him
Delighted.
or Caitlin will give it to us.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
You have a friend outside the Grey Wardens?
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either.
Shame.
The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Have you contacted her?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the Blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
What are you expecting she will do?
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about her except her name and where she lives. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
We can check it out, I guess, Alistair. The door is locked and it looks as if it has been recently repaired. Hello? No one answers your call. Knock on the door. No response. Try to pick the lock. You definitely picked the lock on the door. Okay. This is why we bring Sten.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
Is that how you greet a fellow dwarf?
You've a high-born look about you. You were expecting some bowing and scraping, maybe. The name's Dwyn. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
I'm looking for Kunar's sword you bought.
You broke into my house for that?
Surrender the blade before I lose patience, dwarf.
So it's your sword. Farron didn't mention he took it off a live giant.
Why don't you give him his sword before this gets ugly?
You know, that sounds like a great idea. Now, why don't you take your sword and leave?
What are you doing? Shut up in here.
Surviving. We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
You're a coward.
You look more than competent. With you out there, they don't really need me, do they?
Either die out there or here and now.
So, that's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go, if you want me out there so badly.
Good man.
Spoken like someone who doesn't know me very well. Go tell Murdoch you won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
Aw, poor Dwyn. He's got an attitude problem. All these chests that require keys. Ridiculous. Should just be able to lockpick them. Should just attack. So we're gonna go to Caitlin first.
Stop fidgeting.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Don't worry about it.
The Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Okay.
Maker keep you safe. I won't forget
Hello
you.
again. I found my sister.
Yeah, you stay here, dork. Okay. We're gonna go talk to Sir Perth first. Because we can tell him about the barrel of oils we found.
Do you think the tower is ever going to get back to what it was, Wim?
I don't know. A great number of people died. It will be difficult to imagine rebuilding, with that cloud hanging over everything for many years to come.
Do you think you'll be there? To help rebuild, I mean, once this is all over with.
I cannot say. Even if I survive this blight, I am a very old woman, Alistair.
Why? Because of some grey hair? You are a formidable woman, Wim. You could see that it happens.
I think you overestimate the number of years I have left. But perhaps you are right. Or perhaps the memories of what happened there will be too strong for me to face.
I have a hard time believing that.
Well, it's good to have someone that believes in me so. Now, if I could only feel the same way myself, that would be something.
Okay. We are not very tall.
No word from the castle?
No, all is still, as it has been for days. And it is an unnatural stillness, as though there is naught in there but death.
Say no more. The Arl lives, and I will not listen to your
desire.
Auspicious chatter.
Only 4 nights.
Sort of like coming home again, but with more undead.
Isn't it beautiful? Standing here, you wouldn't know of the trouble down in the village.
That is a very formidable castle. Look at how big it is. It doesn't even look anywhere near as big in Inquisition. I think they forgot a lot of like the portion stuff when they did Inquisition. But whatever.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit I am unfamiliar with addressing a dwarf of your station. I do not wish to be rude.
My lord is fine. I don't care what you call me.
I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
So, hey Perth, have you considered using the oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Like 1,000,000 barrels.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind.
It's actually
that
6,
might be
but
effective,
whatever.
if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
Is there anything I can do to help you?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
I mean, I'll see what I can do.
That gladdens my heart to hear it.
Anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Alright, carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden.
We know where
Make a
Murdoch
watch
is.
over you.
And we've intimidated Lloyd and Berwick and Dwayne into joining the militia. Oh, yeah. Sure enough, I just run under their arrows. Don't have to worry about them hitting me. Benefits of being a dwarf.
You are of dwarven blood and a stranger amongst us, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
Is there a reason I shouldn't help?
Perhaps not, but many dwarfs do not hold the chantry and its adherents in high regard. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. Surely this cannot be the entire village. These few are all who are left. All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Your Sabroth needs some holy protection for the night.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
Can't you just bless them?
I can pray with them and give them my blessing, but Sir Perth wants me to call upon the Maker to shield them from evil.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
If it gave them confidence, then it does protect them.
I suppose if they believed in the Maker's power, that belief would inspire them somewhat. It just seems like trickery.
No, it's
very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
So good, Marty. So good. We're all good. I mean, yeah. So nobody wants to be a liar, but I mean, telling them a little white lie to help them feel better about things is not a lie. It's a moral. Gosh, how dare you have integrity? Integrity is gonna get you killed. Lower them high standards. Feel awful, but I mean, it's war. You gotta do what you gotta do. I miss being able to jump. That's what I like about Inquisition is I got my ability to jump back. So switching back and forth between Inquisition and Origins is hard. I also jumped a lot in WoW.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
So you said you wanted holy protection.
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Yeah, sure. Holy amulets.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
I'm glad I I could
I
help.
will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Yeah, no. Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
You do use Sir Perth. God, he's hot. Okay. I'm sorry. I think Sir Perth is actually really hot. It's a thing. Perth is happy about the holy amulets and believes they are blessed by the Maker and they will protect the knights. I mean, sure, why not? Right? It helps. Sort of. Okay, so we need to go talk to Murdoch. Oh, wait, yeah, and he wants us to get Owen to help, and that is literally the last thing we need to do.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
You sure you didn't hear that we killed the king?
Could be that I did. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can.
Back. I need to go
You
check
can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Alright, no, I'm back, I suppose. Sorry, a little crash in the other room. Make sure everybody was okay. I'll probably take that out. Oh, yeah. Okay, anyway. So, aren't all not off to the castle tonight. You can call me. Well, you know what? We will persuade him. Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy.
No.
Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
How is morale?
The men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. We're better off than we were. I don't know that we would ever be really ready for battle, though. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
I love it. Crotchety bastard. Why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Nobody else can do these repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
You have a point. Hey, you.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Just shrugs. Is this Owen the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't
No,
make
I
any
shrug
trouble.
this time.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is Clyde, a Grey Warden helping Ban Tegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Funny, you didn't sound like a dwarf through the door. Can't say I expected that. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Getting besotted. So you're falling in love with someone, or you're just getting drunk? Although besotted does just mean drunk with. Like drunk on. The militia needs your help desperately.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone.
So you intend to drink yourself to death?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
I intend to try.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what, if you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
And what if she's dead?
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
Alright, I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her, that you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise I'll look for her.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Is this a promise we will not keep?
What's this?
I said nothing to you, human.
All right, then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm going to get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
I like how Sten's all like, are we not going to keep this promise?
I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however.
Let's talk business.
Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Okay. This is how we're going to make Sten happy with us.
Strange. I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war.
What will you do now?
My sword is in my hand again. I should put it to use. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the Blight were ended. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Then lead the way.
See, Sten loves us again. That's all I care about.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it.
Oh.
I don't think there's anything you'll need in there, but it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
Give me all your shit. Couldn't the militia use this?
Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
All this stuff I can't lockpick in this freaking town. Does not make sense.
I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no... Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Good job. I sure am going to sell the stuff I just took from his thing back to him. Duh. That's how we roll. Actually, we don't really roll like that, but... Oh wait, metal shards are good, because the Dalish will use those.
All right.
Alright, let's go talk to Murdoch.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantig and the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
Excellent. So we've got everybody. We're not only ready, Murdoch, we're gonna win.
I hope you're right. We may just be village folk, but we're going to fight like there's no tomorrow.
I like to talk about the win.
Thanks for persuading him to come out here. He's going to be a great help. I just know it.
I want to discuss something else.
There's not much time before sundown.
Alright, ready to make us
Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else.
No, I've done everything, my dude. Everything has been done. Talked to Sir Perth before I came to see you. He had us run some stupid errand for him. No, we're good. We're good. Do you not want to do this? I'm ready. Let's go.
Then good luck to you. You'll need it.
Let's do this. Okay. Selecting a party member puts you in direct control, suspending the character's combat tactics until you switch to another party member. Which is all great, I guess. So pretty outside, like, so pretty. And it's warm-ish, but our house is cold again. This house is always cold. I don't know why. So, like, I'm sitting in bed, I'm under the blankets, my hands are cold, and that is literally the only part of me that's cold, but I can't play the game without my hands. So, I mean, I guess I could make, like, a little tent on my bed-ish. Seems kind of weird, though.
They're coming. Get to your positions. Make ready.
It's time, men. Know that we fight for the Maker and our owl. Light the traps. Burn these foul creatures.
Victory.
A bit more time, please. Another point.
The AI is not smart enough to not walk into the fire, so...
Just die already! The monsters are attacking from the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need help!
Knight, stay here and guard the path.
Come on! We need to hurry!
Yeah. We're going. Go. I, a dwarf, actually ran faster than the humans who had a head start on me.
Of course.
Oh, look, there's Lloyd. The leader guy.
You're really something, you know that? Baker's breath.
Orders.
Okay. And that is the siege on Redcliffe. Yay. Well, it's the night portion anyway.
Dawn arrives, my friends, and all of us remain. We are victorious. And it is these good folk you see beside me that we have to thank for our lives today. Without their heroism, surely we would all have perished. I bow to you, sir. The Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour. Allow me to offer you this, the helm of Sir Ferris the Red, my great-uncle and hero of Ferelden. He would approve passing it to one so worthy.
You granted it, I'm honored.
Take it then, and use it in good health.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe. Now they walk with he who is their maker. Long may they know the peace of his love.
I'm just going to be... Oh, may their ancestors give them welcome.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Okay. It was a good run.
We survived! I thought we were goners for sure. What luck you came when you did. Ban Tegan or Arl Eamon will be calling for volunteers soon, won't they? They'll need an army to fight in the south now. I'll go when they call me, I guess. I'm going to... get drunk first, though, if you'll excuse me.
I'm just going to be... Oh, may their ancestors give them welcome. With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Okay. It was a
Poor Thomas.
I'm still amazed we made it through the night in one piece and won. They'll be telling stories about this for years, I bet. Fighting's not over. We still have Darkspawn to battle, and if the Arl sends out the call, I'll be there for him.
Could use a good commander myself.
No offense, but I've lived under the Arl my whole life. I'll fight when he calls me, or when I absolutely need to, and that's it. If you'll excuse me, I think I'll offer the Maker a bit of thanks for not choosing to be a wrathful god today. Good luck to you.
It's kind of sad. Yeah, I'm gonna go pray that the god let me live for another day. Yeah.
I don't know how I survived that damnable mess out there, but I did.
Yes, you did.
I suppose I owe you thanks. The men respect me now. I would never have gone out there if you hadn't shoved me. It feels good to help out.
I'm glad you feel that way.
I'm no warrior. Not the way I was screaming like a little girl when those things charged me, but I'm no coward either. Listen, a soldier gave me this trinket some years ago as payment for his tab. He said it was magical. I didn't believe him then, but I think it helped keep me alive out there. You should have it. It might do the same for you sometime.
Thank you.
Yes, well, don't go spreading news that I gave you something for free. Then everyone will want something from me. Anyhow, it's good to be back. I don't want to be in battle again anytime soon. Know what I mean?
No, it's good. I mean, defending your home is totally different from being asked to go to war. Gossip.
I admit, for a while, I didn't think either of us would survive. It's good to see you did.
Oh, it's good to see you too.
Anything I can get you?
Supplies,
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Plus 3 strength, 2 constitution, -1 dexterity. Yeah, no. You can keep that shit, but thanks for the offer. That's being sold as soon as I fucking find somebody to buy it. Because Berwick has disappeared. That's fine. Let's go see if we can find Gwyn.
Phew, some fight. Reminds me why I left Orzammar in the first place.
And why is that?
Constant fighting. A warrior's life there is blood, ash, and dust. Though I'm not sure who's dirtier. These creatures or Darkspawn.
You're a warrior? I could use your help with the Darkspawn.
If I wanted to fight Darkspawn, I'd have stayed in Orzammar. No thanks.
Thank you for helping with the battle.
Hey, anything for Redcliffe, right? Whatever. First thing I'm gonna do is get some sleep. For about a week. Go celebrate or whatever it is you're gonna do. You won, right? You're a hero. Or something.
He's awfully like.
Don't know why everyone's so excited. Tomorrow is business as usual.
Yes, what did I steal? Did I steal the key from him? No.
Of course. Delighted. Go celebrate or whatever you have to do.
What do you intend to do now?
Rebuild. Same thing I intended to do before. Except this time, there's more humans left alive to help. First thing I'm gonna do is get some sleep. For about a week. Go celebrate or whatever it is you're gonna do. You won, right? You're a hero. Or something.
He's so cynical. Gotta love it. I don't have it in me to kill him now. He's so cynical. I don't want to talk to you because I don't want to hear you shouting. Oh, change forward.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
You have anything? Oh, you do. Okay. Can't do that until I get to dinner, so. Alrighty.
So, you know about him and Morrigan, right? You've heard?
I think I know what you are talking about, yes.
And you agree with it? You don't think that it's dangerous?
Dangerous for whom? Her or him?
Anyone. She's Malefica and rotten to the core. How could he even... Oh, this can't be a good idea. She can't be a good influence on him.
I will admit that the thought did cross my mind several times. But look at it another way. Perhaps he will be a good influence on her.
You know, you are just too understanding about stuff like this. Can't you be more judgmental? I'm trying to rant here.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead and rant, dear. And I'll just nod my head if you like.
Well, now you're just being too reasonable, Win, and he can't do it anymore. He can't get up enough ire to rant. Oh no, that's beautiful. I love it. I love it. What did we steal from Sir Perth? I'm an awful person. Here you go, Win. Have some booze.
Oh, marvelous.
We are biffles with frickin' Stead. It's weird.
And so I shall. Delighted.
I'm an awful person.
Of course.
Oh, we stole 14 silver from Tegan.
Odd how quiet the castle looks from here.
You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family.
That's convenient.
Perhaps I should have gone into the castle earlier, but I could not leave the villagers. Maker's breath.
Tigan, thank the Maker you yet live.
Isolde, you're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away from the castle as soon as I saw the battle was over, and I must return quickly. And I need you to return with me, Tigan. Alone.
You don't seem very concerned about what's happened here.
What? Who is this man, Tigan?
You remember me, Lady Isolde, don't you?
Alistair. Of all the... Why are you here?
They are Grey Wardens, Isolde. I owe them my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... considering the circumstances...
Please, Lady Isolde, we had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tigan, there is a terrible evil within the castle. The dead waken and hunt the living. The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but he won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tigan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do.
Poor Deegan, he loses one nephew and is almost about to lose his other nephew. What about Earl Eamon? Is he still alive?
He is. He is being kept alive so far, thank the Maker.
Kept alive? Kept alive by what?
Something the mage unleashed. So far it allows Eamon, Connor, and myself to live. The others were not so fortunate. It killed so many, and turned their bodies into walking nightmares. Once it was done with the castle, it struck the village. It wants us to live, but I do not know why. It allowed me to come for you, Tigan, because I begged, because I said Connor needed help.
Do you think this evil could be some kind of demon?
I do not know. Oh, Maker's mercy. Could it truly be a demon? I can't let it hurt my Connor. You must come back with me, Tigan. Please.
All she cares about is her kid. That's it. She doesn't care about her husband. She doesn't care about the entire village that she's technically being, she's supposed to be stewardess of. She doesn't care about anybody but herself. Tell me about this maid you mentioned.
He is an infiltrator, I think. One of the castle staff. We discovered he was poisoning my husband. That is why Eamon fell ill.
Eamon was poisoned?
He claims an agent of Terran Logains hired him. He may be lying, however. I cannot say.
So why must Tegan go alone?
For Connor's sake. I promised I would return quickly and only with Tigan. Tigan, I know you could order your men to follow me when I return to the castle. I beg you not to. For Connor's sake.
Why do I get the feeling you aren't telling us everything?
I beg your pardon? That's a rather impertinent accusation.
You are a shady lady. Not if it's true.
An evil I cannot fathom holds my son and husband hostage. I came for help. What more do you want from me? Tigan, I do not have much time. What if it thinks I'm betraying it? It could kill Connor. Please come back with me. Must I beg?
You're doing such an admirable job.
The king is dead, and we need my brother now more than ever. I will return to the castle with you, Isolde.
Thank the Maker. Bless you, Tegan. Bless you.
Mistake, you're gonna get yourself killed.
I cannot let Isolde return alone. Perhaps I can help Connor or Eamon. Perhaps this is really a trap, but this is my family. I must try. I have no illusions of dealing with this evil alone. You, on the other hand, have proven quite formidable. Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private before I return to the castle with you.
Please do not take too long. I will be by the bridge.
Here's what I propose. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say?
Can't let you do this. This is insane.
What choice do either of us have? If your business with Eamon is important, you're going to have to go inside to find him.
He's right. Without Arl Eamon, we'll never get the support we need.
Sir Perth and his men can watch for danger at the castle entrance. If you can open the gates from within, they can move in and help you. I don't think there's anyone else who can help you. If you choose not to go, then it's up to me to do what I can. Here is my signet ring. It will open the lock on the door in the mill. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
Tegan, at least, is pretty, like, he's got the right of it. Like, we need Eamon for like, political reasons, but, at what cost? I'll do my best.
You are a good man. The Maker smiled on me indeed when he sent you to Redcliffe.
One fool plan on top of another.
But I can delay no longer. Allow me to bid you farewell. And good luck.
Sorry, Sten, they're all fool plans, because everybody's a fool. Alright, so before we go into the castle, we now have Sten's sword. Stored. So we're going to switch Sten. How about, let's do, instead of Sten, we will do Shane.
Yes.
Now, you know what? Let's do Leliana.
Indeed.
It's been a while since we've had Leliana in our party.
Right away.
Of course.
This is such a cool looking windmill, and we'd never really get to do anything with it ever again. Alrighty, so we're inside the castle. Let's go find some shit.
I locked myself in a cage once when I was a child. For an entire day. Ah, good times.
Oh, I hate these places. At the very least, it doesn't look to be much used.
I wonder who built this tunnel, and why.
If it's the royalty, they built it in times to escape. In case the castle was ever sieged, probably. I mean, that's what smart people do. I mean, I know there aren't a lot of smart people in this world because Thedas is trash fire, but still, castle design is pretty sound.
And so I shall.
Get away from me!
Delighted.
Hello? Who's there? Is there anyone alive out there? Wait, you don't look like the Arlessa's guards.
Oh,
Are you
look,
from
it's
outside the
Jowen.
castle?
My dude. Are you the mage Lady Isolde mentioned?
You've spoken to her? Then you know what I did.
Yeah, I heard you was a bad mage. She said you poisoned Arl.
I'm not proud of my deed. Poisoning Arleman was what I was hired to do. Lady Isolde had no idea when she took me in to tutor her son, of course.
What about all the walking corpses?
I know it looks suspicious, but I'm not responsible for the creatures and the killings in the castle. I was already imprisoned when all that began. At first, Lady Isolde came here with her men, demanding that I reverse what I'd done. I thought she meant my poisoning of the Arl. That's the first I heard about the walking corpses. She thought I'd summoned a demon to torment her family and destroy Redcliffe. She had me tortured. There was nothing I could do or say that would appease her. So they left me to rot.
Okay, so why did you poison Arl Eamon?
I was instructed to by Terran Loghain. I was told that Arl Eamon was a threat to Ferelden, that if I dealt with him, Loghain would settle matters with the Circle. You see, I'm a Maleficar, a blood mage.
Yeah!
A blood mage. Well, that isn't good.
I thought you looked familiar. I had thought you dead, hunted down by the Templars.
I guess you might have been told that. I was in hiding when I was caught. But instead of killing me, Loghain made me an offer. But he's abandoned me here, hasn't he? Everything's fallen apart, and I'm responsible. Yep. I have to make it right somehow. I have to.
You done goofed, Jowen. You done goofed up, buddy. So Terran Loghain hired you himself?
Yes. When the Templars caught me, they brought me to Denerim to await execution. Eventually, someone came to see me, alone. It was the Terran. I'd seen paintings of him, so I knew. I thought he'd have me executed right there. But he said I could make up for my crime. He said I would be helping the country.
But why is Arl Eamon a threat exactly?
He only said that Arl Eamon was dangerous to the nation. Why wouldn't I believe Terran Loghain?
Okay, so why did the Arlessa need a mage here to tutor her son?
Connor had started to show signs. Lady Isolde was terrified the Circle of Magi would take him away for training.
Connor? A mage? I can't believe it.
She sought an apostate, a mage outside the Circle, to teach her son in secret so he could learn to hide his talent. Her husband had no idea.
Okay, so I think I understand. Perhaps her son is responsible for what happened. Why would Isolde be frightened of her son becoming a mage? Let's go with 3, because I don't know.
Because he would be taken away forever. A mage cannot inherit a title, even the son of a powerful Arl. She's also a pious woman. Her son having magic was humiliating.
Humiliating for a mage child. Yeah. What a... Isolde just continues to be a cunt. Pardon my French. Or Orlesian. She's every time I hear about her, nothing good. Nothing good. Okay, let's see. How much magic did you teach Connor?
Some, but he's still very young. He can barely cast a minor spell, never mind something more powerful. At least not intentionally. I have thought about it, and it's possible Connor could have inadvertently done something to tear open the veil. With the veil to the Fade torn, spirits and demons could infiltrate the castle. Powerful ones could kill and create those walking corpses.
Eamon had no idea of his son's abilities.
No, she was adamant that he never find out. She said that he'd do the right thing, even if it meant losing their son, and that infuriated her.
Honestly. Nothing this woman has done has ever been right. Yeah, I see. I understand.
I never meant for it to end like this. I swear. Let me help you fix this.
He wishes to redeem himself. Doesn't everyone deserve that chance?
Jowen has good intentions, but a blood mage? I find it difficult to trust his words.
I don't know. He is a blood mage. But this is an unusual situation.
Give me a chance, please.
So how will you make things right?
I'd try to save anyone still up there. There must be something I can do.
And after that, what happens?
Afterwards, I assume I'll be arrested, or executed, or whatever people like me get. I'm tired of running from the circle. I need to account for what I've done.
That's commendable if it's true.
I'm glad you think so. So what now?
I think you'll stay in your cell for now.
Then I will wait. If you change your mind, I will be here.
Jowen was a bad boy.
Of course. As you desire.
Alright.
Delighted.
A rolled up note. I hope whoever finds this can read it. I hate the thought my last words might be used as kindling or maker for a bed to wipe someone's bum. But that's happenstance for you, I suppose. My name is Brandon. I was born in Rainsfair. I grew apples once upon a time. When the Orlesians came to demand I bow to their emperors, I turned them away. They set fire to my orchards. To my house, too, but I didn't care. I stood and watched them burn. Trees die eventually, houses fall, but my honor can only be lost if I let it. They came back a week later and demanded I swear an oath. This time, when I refused, they clapped me in irons. Now I'm here, and I'll die in this place. Seems a foolish thing to die for, doesn't it? I could have said a few words and rebuilt my home, gone on with my life as if nothing had changed. 100 generations of my family have lived and died on that land, and I won't be the one to trade our family honor for apples. Whoever you are, whatever they've brought you here for, if you leave this place, I hope you'll go to Rainsfair. There's no living remnant of us left there, but you'll find my family all the same. We're stamped onto the earth. We're in the wind, and the wind that rustles the tree. Tell my family how I died, and I promise you they'll hear it. There's very much a V for Vendetta feel to that. Reminds me of the scene where Natalie's apartment is being locked up, and she's all like reading the letter of the women who had been, of the woman who had been arrested and thrown in jail for being gay. It was on the toilet paper roll. We'll go into the castle proper. Feels like everyone here is dead. And it's all loud. An armory.
As you desire.
Type Brotherhood set. I have no idea where that set came from. It was a nice set. Although hearing Brotherhood in a video game like this only makes me think of the Dark Brotherhood.
We must have victory.
But the Dark Brotherhood is for the Elder Scrolls thing, not a Dragon Age thing. Oh wow. Okay. So that was the chantry. I think that's like the pulpit and everything. And there's nothing in here, so let's go through the door. More killing! Thanks, Alistair!
You forced our hand.
Delighted.
Wasn't exactly ready to come out of this room, but chain fighting is a thing.
All right.
These poor doggos! Good boys, all of them, gonna have to fight them.
Strike.
Well done, I say. Well done.
Poor doggos. Actually, actually don't know what happens if you don't like them. Because I always do this anyway, just because there's no point to not do it. I mean, everything in this castle is pretty much hostile to you.
And so I shall. All right.
Oh, darn more. Okay, good. Monies. Because I'm broke. I only have 500 gold. I'm broke, obviously. Poor.
Please, don't hurt me.
Calm down. I'm not gonna hurt you.
I'm sorry. I'm so frightened. These monsters are everywhere. My name's Valena. The Arlessa's maid. Is she all right? What happened to everyone?
Valena, the smith's daughter?
You know my father. I want to go back to the village. Is there a way out of here?
Yeah, tunnel through the dungeon.
But the monsters!
No, they're gone. I killed them.
I'll find my way. I can run fast and I know the castle. Thank you.
Run, girl. Okay, so we rescued Valena. Ouch. And then, time to go this way. Like, this is the main hall. We can't go this way. It would be nice if we could. So, we're just gonna go this way.
All right. What a shame.
Yes,
You desire.
a very great shame that everybody's dead except for us. Excuse me while I cry into my beer. But I won't. Okay. So let's take a look at the map. So we actually came from here, right? And we've gone all this way. We're gonna go this way since we can't go that way. We can't go this way. Like we can't go through this door here. So we can't go that way. So we're gonna go out this way.
And so I shall.
Yes. We're gonna go forth. And save the world. Or something like that. So this is probably the 10th time I've done all of this stuff. So I've done almost everything.
As you desire. Delighted.
Except for the next part of this quest, I haven't made it, like I haven't fucked it up, as it were. But I have done, like, started with the werewolves for the elves. I have started with both Haramel and Balin. I don't think I've annulled the mage tower though, so that's one thing. I'll have to do that my next time. I say that every time and I don't. But we'll see. Have not let Cullen get his way. Because Cullen in this game does not deserve to get what he wants. He is being irrational and speaking from a place of trauma. And I seriously feel that. I mean, like, yeah, it's understandable that he would want to blame all mages for the torture and murder and everything in there. And mages were responsible, but those mages are dead. So I don't see why punishing the innocent mages is okay. But one day I'll have to try a moment. I have a very specific goal of what's going to happen during the lands meet, though. That'll be fun. Okay, my dog peed on a tree. And we are in the courtyard. Oh, of course, you punk. The revenant.
And so I shall.
Make a preserver. I never liked this part.
Oh, well done.
I killed a revenant by myself. I felt so strong. Like, yeah, it is dead. It is dead, and I am not. Mm-hmm.
As you desire.
Okay, so I'm gonna open this gate lever. Why, Sir Purse? 63.
You have opened the gates. That is good. My men and I are eager to see our Arl again. Shall we enter the main hall together? It must be held if we are to regain control of the castle.
No, I would prefer to go alone.
As you wish. We will hold the gate and watch for anyone attempting to leave. Let me know if the situation changes.
You stay here, sir. Redheads with blue eyes. It's a good look. Maybe that's what my next warden will look like. Red hair, blue eyes. It's a good choice. Use the walk icon underneath the party's portraits or press H to disable group movement. Party members will still follow tactics, but they won't move unless ordered. Use this to set up ambushes. Yes. Or disable traps so Ancesteors doesn't set them off. Because he's Ancestor and he just rushes in like a psycho. Bless him. Bless him in his plate-wearing psycho ways. Just like, I'm just gonna run through and I don't care anymore. And you're like, yo, Ancestor, stop. You're gonna blow us all up. So many traps in this game explode. Stop. Or you're gonna set off 10,000 leg hold traps. Stop. Connor looks so mean.
So these are our visitors. The ones you told me about, Mother.
Yes, Connor.
And this is the one who defeated my soldiers. The ones I sent to reclaim my village.
Yes.
Now it's staring at me. What is it, Mother? I can't see it well enough.
This is a dwarf, Connor. You've seen dwarves before. We've had them here at the castle.
Had them? For dinner, maybe. Looks like a tough chew. Maybe in a nice stew. Shall I send it to the kitchen, Mother?
Connor, I beg you.
Wow.
Don't hurt anyone.
Mother? What's happening? Where am I?
Oh, thank the Maker. Connor, can you hear me?
Get away from me, fool-woman! You are beginning to bore me.
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son. He's not responsible for what he does.
No, you are. So you've been protecting him this entire time.
Connor didn't mean to do this. It was that mage, the one who poisoned Demon. He started all this. He summoned this demon. Connor was just trying to help his father.
It was a fair deal. Father is alive, just as I wanted. Now it's my turn to sit on the throne and send out armies to conquer the world. Nobody tells me what to do anymore.
Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody! Ha 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 ha!
Quiet, Uncle! I warned you what would happen if you kept shouting, didn't I? Yes, I did. But let's keep things civil. This man will have the audience he seeks. Tell us, what have you come here for?
I came to help if I could.
To help me? To help Father? To help yourself? Which?
I want to help the owl, of course.
So you're a concerned well-wisher. Why didn't you say that in the first place? All this sneaking around and killing is so unnecessary. But Father is so very ill. We really shouldn't disturb him. Isn't that right, Mother?
I don't think...
Of course you don't. Ever since you sent the knights away, you do nothing but deprive me of my fun. Frankly, it's getting dull. I crave excitement and action. This man spoiled my sport by saving that stupid village, and now he'll repay me.
Well, that certainly is the thing. It's okay, Tegan. We'll just stun you and take care of the rest.
Be careful!
What's this?
Tegan. Oh, Tegan. Are you all right?
I am better now, I think. My mind is my own again.
Blessed Andraste. I would never have forgiven myself had you died. Not after I brought you here. What a fool I am. Please. Connor's not responsible for this. There must be some way we can save him.
There's no way this can end happily, but, you knew about this all along.
Yes. I didn't tell you because I believed we could help him. I still do.
I do not know if we can save him. Demons do not listen to reason.
He's not always the demon you saw. Connor is still inside him, and sometimes he breaks through. Please, I just want to protect him.
Isn't that what started this? You hired the mage to teach Connor in secret, to protect him.
If they discovered Connor had magic, then they'd take him away. I thought if he learned just enough to hide it, then...
You're an idiot, Isolde. Alright. Where's Connor now? Why did he run?
I think he ran upstairs, to the family quarters.
Violence scares him. I know that sounds strange. He may have run up to his room, or...
Or he might be waiting in ambush.
I don't know. The fighting may have scared Connor into coming out again, and so he ran.
So you're saying he may be vulnerable?
Perhaps. Is there no other way?
Where is Al-Eman?
Upstairs in his room. I think the demon has been keeping him alive.
So if we destroy the demon, then...
Then my husband may perish. Yes.
So you had no idea that the man you hired was an assassin?
No. I trusted Logain. Why wouldn't I? How could I have suspected the mage he sent would be a murderer?
And Eamon knew nothing of your plans. Do you not realize what you've done, Isolde?
Eamon would only demand we do the right thing. I was not going to lose my son. Not to magic.
And you doomed an entire people. And now you may lose him anyway, and so much more, you dumb biatch.
There must be another way. There must be something we can do.
What are our options?
I wouldn't normally suggest slaying a child, but he's an abomination. I'm not sure there's any choice.
We can't kill a young boy, demon or no demon. Please don't say we're considering that.
I do not like the idea of hurting the boy, but...
Connor is my nephew. But... he is also possessed by a demon. Death would be... merciful.
No? What about the mage? He could know something of this demon. If he still lives, we could speak to him.
He's still in a dungeon, still alive.
Then we should bring him here immediately. I do not know how much we can trust him. But we must find out what he knows.
Dude, I sooner trust Jowan than you, Isolde.
I will try. Though if he resists, I will not hesitate to kill him. I'll return shortly.
Jowan's not gonna resist.
You're lucky to be alive, Jowan. After all you've done.
I didn't summon any demon, Lady Isolde. But I did poison the owl, and that started all this. I'm willing to help if you'll let me. The demon in Connor needs to be destroyed. Killing Connor is the easiest way to do that, certainly. But there is another way. A mage could confront the demon in the Fade without hurting Connor himself.
What do you mean? Is the demon not within Connor?
Not physically. The demon approached Connor in the Fade while he dreamt and controls him from there. We can use the connection between them to find the demon.
You can enter the Fade, then? And kill the demon without hurting my boy?
No, but I can enable another mage to do so. It normally requires lyrium and several mages, but I have blood magic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, blood magic is forbidden, so we're not gonna do that.
There's a way. I must know it. Please, tell us what you mean, Jowan.
Lyrium provides the power for the ritual, but I can take that power from someone's life energy. This ritual requires a lot of it, however. All of it, in fact.
So, someone must die? Someone must be sacrificed?
Yes, and then we send another mage into the Fade. I can't enter because I'm doing the ritual. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. It's not much of an option.
Is there no other method?
The power has to come from somewhere, and that means either lyrium or blood.
Then let it be my blood. I will be the sacrifice.
Oh god, that would be so great.
Isolde, are you mad? Eamon would never allow this.
Either someone kills my son to destroy that thing inside him, or I give my life so my son can live. To me, the answer is clear.
Blood magic. How can more evil be of any help here? Two wrongs don't make a right.
Can we even trust this Jowan to do as he promises? Give him access to such power, and who knows what he shall do? I am uneasy.
Connor is blameless in this. He should not have to pay the price.
It's up to you, my friend. You know more about such things than I do, and it's your companion going into the Fade. The decision is yours.
There must be another way to enter the Fade.
You can find lyrium and more mages at the Circle of Magi, if they would even do it.
Circle Tower is not far from here, and they owe us.
Indeed. It should not be difficult to get what is needed, provided we have the time.
But what will happen here? Connor will not remain passive forever.
Well, then you better pray.
Very well. I will keep Jowan here as a precaution. He says he wants to help, so he will keep an eye on Connor with us. Go to the tower quickly, then. The longer you are away, the greater the chances of disaster.
So we're gonna take care of the rest of this, though, because I can't have this. Suits of honor. Or armor. Suits of honor.
I think we work well together.
Got him.
Poor Chamber!
Another point.
Oh, the vault key. Fancy. And then I'll look over here. Okay. Oh, an enraged corpse we missed. And hey, look, it's an office. Stand on it. Information about the Orlesian Empire. And then our plot item for Alistair. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, we can go upstairs, I think. As long as we don't fight Connor, we should be okay. Or we could just wait. There's that. Bless you. Laws are a little thin, so if my roommate sees us, I hear her. So. So funny that we're doing all this when I'm just gonna leave again and go out and do things. Okay, eventually it'll be done. Yeah, it's slowed down, so it's downloading.
Of course. As you desire.
See, I would be interested as to why Gwen likes the history books, like the genealogy books. of Ferelden, but I mean, maybe not so much. Because, you know, she's a maid. She likes research and things like that. Plus, she's a Ferelden, I guess.
Delighted.
But it does certainly make you think, like, why suddenly all the interesting stuff went, huh? Does certainly make me wonder if she might be a Gwaren though, since she's really interested in those particular families, in that particular family, which would be Eamon Deegan's family. But if she is, that makes them kind of monsters, even more so, because she didn't know who she was. She was literally left out to fend for herself as a small child.
And so I shall.
Oh, and a high official set. We'll just take that. Oh, and a painting for Sten, since he likes art so much. Let's go this way. I'm clearing out the castle for reasons. For good reasons. You can't say it's not. I want Eamon to have a clean castle.
As you desire. No remnants of the dead or undead or however you want to call it. Journal of the Tranquil. Looks nice. As you desire.
Okay, so this is the last bit of it. I mean, if we're gonna just go kill Connor, this is where we're gonna go. But we're not, and we're gonna go out, and we're gonna go to the tower. And then once we save Eamon, or we save Connor, we'll call it for the day, and we'll pick up with the next part of the quest after, on Tuesday. Yeah, but it's still going to be quite a minute. We gotta go to the tower, we gotta talk to Irvin, then we gotta bring him back, and then we gotta go into the fade. Yada yada yada. It's a bit of a thing. If anybody knows me, they know I don't really like the fade. Like, there's never been an instance in any of these games where going into the fade is a good idea. Like, you go into the fade in this game, at least once, you go in an awakening. You go in two. I think that's an act 3. And then in, oh good, all the knights are here. And then you go into the fade in Inquisition, like, during, like, you go in during the beginning, and then there's a plot, like a big chunk of plot. And then that involves going to the Fade, and then the Fade kind of gets reopened, and that's where you fight the main boss of Inquisition. But is he the mermaid boss? Is he? Yes. Who's the real evil in Inquisition? I'll let you make that decision. I love that it's telling me to beware of power outages. Do quick saves. So we're gonna go, we're going, and there's the world map, thank God. Yes. Okay. So we are here. We've got some stuff here. We're gonna go to the circle tower. Hopefully we don't get attacked. But this is this game, so we'll probably get attacked. I'm surprised we managed to make it all the way to the tower without being attacked. That's a first.
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the Circle is well on its way to recovery.
Oh no, that's great, that's great. I need you to come with me.
The child is possessed, but killing the demon would mean killing the... Unless you intend to enter the Fade. Yes, it can be done with a group of mages. I shall gather what mages I can, and we shall leave promptly. A life is at stake.
You need all the mages you can get, buddy. Just saying. Can we stop too?
So, you know that I'm a Templar, right?
I believe what I heard was that you were not, in fact, a Templar. You were trained as one before you became a Grey Warden.
That's right, but I still have all the abilities of one, of course. That doesn't make you nervous?
Should it? I am no apostate. Perhaps you should be directing this question at Morrigan.
She claims not to be afraid of me, or anything, really. But you've had more experience with the Templars than her. I know how mages can sometimes...
The Templars serve a function, and a necessary one. If what has happened at the tower proves anything, it is that we mages can be dangerous, even to ourselves.
That's one way of looking at it.
And regardless, you seem like a decent enough young man. If you decide to slaughter me out of hand, I'm sure you would at least inform me first, no?
Oh, sure. Count on it.
Sure. He'll issue you a letter and everything you will know before you slide.
Of course.
There we go. I forgot that we had to trigger that. I'm on fire and it's not great.
A strange thing. Pure, literal distraction.
So that thing was just random thought? How powerful were the minds that unleashed it?
Can we expect more of those? Because just thinking about the Fade sets my head spinning.
I'm actually there with you, buddy. But we got a sword, which is another codex entry, which is all that I really wanted, and we completed that stupid warding, or the, what is it called? Watchguard of the Reaching, yeah. However old it was, the creature discovered in the Reaching has been destroyed. So there we go.
Alright.
So we've got a battlefield, refugees, and a caravan. We're gonna go back to Redcliffe Castle. We're going. Like, now I have going back to Cali by Uncle Jay stuck in my head, and I'm definitely showing my age here. But I've always liked Uncle Jay's stuff, like, even when my mom hated him. And I mean, she hated him. He's such an arrogant little punk. I can't stand him. Now, keep in mind, my mom was in her 20s in the 80s when I was born. Yes. And, so, like, technically they would be contemporaries. So she's always like, I hate him. And, like, I'm a kid who grew up listening to him, as far as I can remember. So, of course, we're also talking about the fact that my mom, as a kid, she would have, like, tapes, like, actual, like, cassette tapes in her car of Mozart, Rod Stewart, Led Zeppelin, and, like, MC Hammer. So we listened to everything. We didn't really, like, care. I remember my mom, we lived in a really bad neighborhood growing up, and everybody's like, oh my god, your car's gonna get broken into all the time. And mom's like, no. She used to go bowling in this, like, quote unquote nice neighborhood. And it was only nice because it was mostly white people. But yeah, it was the only time her car was broken into and she had things stolen out of it. And it was so funny. They stole everything in her car except for the MC Hammer Mozart cassette. So
Find a scene of carnage I've yet to see.
So there we go. We took care of it.
Alright.
I was not actually planning on doing this, but the game doesn't really give you a choice when it lets you do some of the, like, basically side quests. You don't really have a choice. It just does it. But yeah, true story. All we had was Mozart and MC Hammer for, like, weeks until Mom got more tapes and stuff. I mean, we didn't really spend a lot of time in the car as kids, because, like, Mom just used the car to go back and forth to work. So, like, mostly as kids, we just walked everywhere. I also remember, like, not shortly after they stole all the stuff out of her car, basically, somebody actually stole her car. So, like, we had nothing. So, like, Mom was taking the bus to work, and us kids were still walking. And then one day we decided to go to my grandma's house, and we had to walk clear, like, 2 miles, I think, something like that. And at the time, I was probably 8, which would have made Nathan, my brother Nate, no, I was about 10. So it made my younger brother 7, because he's 3 years younger than me. And then it would have made her baby brother 2, 1.5, 2. So, like, we walked with him, and, like, he was, like, our mom carried him for most of the way. It It was a mess. I also remember I was really adventurous as a kid and I didn't mind walking everywhere. Like walking was one of my things. But I remember one time I was 12 years old and I used to go skating. For my 12th birthday, my mom got me a pair of skates. So, like, I used to, like, go to the nearest skating rink, which was, like, we lived in the city, and the nearest skating rink was actually in, like, the next, like, it's like a town, because, like, I'm from Cincinnati, so, like, we lived in on the east side towards downtown Cincinnati. And then, like, there's they call it a city, but it's like a town inside of Cincinnati called Norwood. And I remember I used to be skating at the roller rink all the time. I'd go with my friends, we'd catch the bus, one of our parents would drive us. I'd go on the bus. Well, one time I went by myself, and I spent all my money, including my bus fare. So I had no way to get home, but I had skates. So I skated all the way from the skating rink to my mama's house. And by the time I got to her house, I was so tired. I had blisters on my feet.
There
Everything.
you are.
I wanted to cry.
We have brought lyrium and begun preparations for the ritual. We can start any time.
Okay, so only one person can go through.
Yes, we haven't sufficient lyrium at present to send more than one mage into the Fade.
Okay. Let's do this.
I'm glad we decided to take this route. This is really the best option.
Very well. Who will go into the Fade?
Morgan, Jowan, Wynn, or Irvin. Morgan kind of resents being sent, but she'll go. Wynn will go, no problemo. Jowan, it would be fitting if we sent him. Irvin, will go, I guess. I've never sent him. But let's go ahead and send Morgan.
Then I assume you must get her from your camp. We will proceed when you return.
Okay, no.
We are ready to proceed when you are.
Let's do this.
Very well. Who will go into the Fade?
Jowan's gonna go.
What? Me? Are you sure?
Prove you
A
wanna help.
blood mage into the Fade to meet a demon. What if he takes control of it?
This is Jowan's chance to redeem himself.
You trust too much and too quickly, but I shall do as you ask.
I'll do my best. I promise.
And hey, if he dies, easy peasy lemon squeezy, it's all taken care of. The second elven homeland, the Dales, fell to an exalted march called on the heathens not long after the end of the Second Blight, almost 700 years ago. Yeah, so after playing Inquisition, I know more about that exalted march. Yeah. That was some shit. Like, okay, so I've already said this, the Orlesians are super racist against everybody. Like, the only way you get full approval without really trying in Wicked Hearts and Wicked Eyes for the Orlesian Court and Inquisition is if you go in as a human Inquisitor, but not a mage. So, like, a human rogue warrior. That's it. If you go in as an elf, a dwarf, a mage, you get less, like, you start off with negative approval. And if you start off as a Kunari, forget about it. They don't like you at all. They don't trust you one bit. Your lesions are terrible. Just the worst.
Is that you, Connor? I can hear you! I'm coming! Is anyone out there? Hello?
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the meek.
You there? Have you seen my son? I can hear him, but I cannot find him. This blasted fog has me turning in circles.
Try to get through to the art.
Al-Eamon, do you remember me?
You traitor!
I guess you do.
Stay away from my son! Stay away! Connor, we must flee! Where are you?
I'd feel sorry for Jowan, but I don't.
Curse this blasted darkness! Why can I see nothing?
Who are you? Are you the one that made Father ill? Tell me now.
Be nice.
Hello, Connor. I'm here to help your father.
No! You're here to hurt Father. I know it. I won't let you.
Desire demons are so fun.
Get out of here! Right away. On it. Right away.
Okay. We got a couple more times to try and figure out what's going on here.
You're the one making Father sick!
Connor? Is that you?
You can see Connor and Eamon going past each other.
Why do you keep hurting me? Why are you trying to stop me?
Try to communicate.
We don't have to fight. I just want to save Connor and Al-Eamon.
I will not speak with you! Trespasser! I will drive you out!
I'm going.
Let us quarrel! Your soul will be mine!
Right away.
Oh, you're such a pest! I'll help him! You can't stop me!
Am I dead? Am I dreaming? I don't understand it.
Poor Eamon. The true victim in all of this are all Eamon. He was a good guy. He did good things. And did he get rewarded for it? No. No, he did not. He got a wife who lied and did things from him. And a child who was so desperate to save him that he made a pact with a demon. So, I don't know. I think Connor is also a victim, but I mean, he didn't really know what was going on. Not really. He's a child. Hopefully this will be over soon.
Father wanders, seeking me, trapped within my web. All is as it should be. Why must you interfere?
Just attack.
No. It is time for you to go now. Do not persist, or things will go very badly for you.
No.
It is time for you to go now. Do not persist, or things will go very badly for you.
Take that!
Luscious mortal, your soul will be mine!
I'm no pushover, you'll see! Get out of here! Right away. Leave us alone!
Okay. We'll save here. Save game as Xiao and Sucks. And then we'll go for the. I think that's the last one, isn't it? Yeah, there she is. In the ground.
Very well. No more illusions. Now we meet face to face. You see my true form, and stand in my domain. It is here I am most powerful, and yet I have no wish to engage your power, nor should you be so eager to engage mine. Perhaps we should converse instead?
Don't talk to the demon.
I've been given a chance to do something good for a change. I'm not going to throw it away.
Alas, that is sad. Very well then. If you wish a battle, you will have it. Let us see if your power matches your boldness, creature.
Oh crap.
I'm more dangerous than I look!
This bitch.
I'm going.
Love hurts, doesn't it?
You're really something, you know that? Right away. On it. You're really something, you know that? On it. I'm more dangerous than I look! I'm going. Let's go! I'm gonna destroy you!
Why must it come to this?
You will never leave this place.
On it.
Oh shoot, I got it right the
Let's
first
do this
time.
quickly! If that's what you want, take that! I'm going.
Can't move. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Really? Be the end.
On it.
Got her! Yes! Finally! Jalen, you didn't suck that time. Although, yeah. Oh my gosh. Can't believe it took me this long to beat her. What was that? 4 times? Oh, whatever. I just needed the ability to heal myself that wasn't potions. I needed to actually pay attention to my health. Once I started doing that, evidently I got a lot better at playing mage. You never know that I'd beat this game playing as a mage more than once. See what your selfishness did, you sold? In trying to save your son, you murdered a bunch of other people's sons. Congrats. You're the real monster here.
So it is over. Connor is his old self. He does not seem to remember anything, which is a blessing. I suppose we will need to send him to the Circle of Magi's tower for training once the war is over. It's so odd to think of the boy as a mage, of all things. Eamon has much to mourn and rebuild should he recover. But at least he can be thankful that both his son and wife are safe.
I owe you my deepest thanks. I can scarcely believe Connor is the boy he once was.
There is still the matter of Jowan. You trusted him and he saved Connor's life. I am unsure of what to make of that. We will hold him for Eamon to decide his fate. If he doesn't recover, Jowan's fate is sealed. What do you think?
Do whatever you want with him.
Very well. I shall have the mage imprisoned again for now. But our task is not done yet. Whatever the demon did to my brother, it seems to have spared his life, but he remains comatose. We cannot wake him.
The urn of sacred ashes will save Eamon.
Come again. Wait, yeah, no, we know about this. The urn is a legend, it might never be found.
That is a possibility. But there is a reason it's still an option. I am not simply grasping at straws.
My husband funded the research of a scholar in Denerim, a brother Genetivi. He has been studying the inscriptions on Andraste's birth rock. When Eamon fell ill, I sent the knights to speak to Genetivi. I hoped that he had finally discovered the location of the urn of sacred ashes itself. They were unable to locate Genetivi. In desperation, I sent more knights in search of the brother, or some clue of the urn's location.
Okay, so what will you be doing in the meantime?
I must organize Eamon's knights as they return, draft new soldiers, and prepare the army to fight. I shall hand Redcliffe back to Eamon when he awakens, and in a state where it can be of some use in the coming war. Truly, what other choice do I have?
Okay, fine, I'll go out and seek the urn.
No one else can. Even if I wish to do it myself, I cannot abandon Redcliffe to its own devices. Perhaps you could seek out the brother's home in Denerim and see if any clues remain on his whereabouts. It is the only place to begin the search, I think. I must go to the hall and begin rebuilding. I wish you luck, and may the Maker go with you.
Okay. So pile of books.
Delighted.
History of Ferelden, Chapter 1. The First Blight 2. Oh, it's about Dumont Rising. Okay. This is Connor's room. Oh, a book about Aveline, the Lady Knight of Orlais. She was the first. Okay. That's it. Alright, so on Tuesday we will pick back up and we will go to Denerim and do a bunch of stuff there. And then if we have time, we will then go to start the search of the Urn of Thedas.